Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Shino. We're back in All the Mods 10 to the Sky. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. Last episode, we did a little bit of work over here building ourselves an Enderman farm. And I'm going to hit H at work. Yeah, that got it. And so I've been over here doing a little bit of farming and just trying to grab a few things. Really wanting to get as many gems as I possibly can. So that's what I've been working on. And things seem to be going okay over here. We're not quite getting, the good stuff yet. So we're going to have to do a little bit about that. But man, getting some decent gems. Trying to see if there's any there's Gem of the Samurai. Got a couple more of those. So yeah, pretty good stuff. And lots of bags too. And these bags, you can actually get some pretty good stuff out of them. I think I showed that at the end of last episode, that we were able to get quite a few really decent stuff out of here. Wilden stuff. That's important. I'll take the gold. Capturing 2. Capturing 5. Including 3. Just kind of checking over. See if there's anything on here that, I want. There's a couple music discs I heard. Yeah, I'm going to grab both of those. Not sure which ones they are. Okay. I think that's the one that I want right there. Where is my disc player? That one. I think it's this one. Let's see. Isn't that awesome? Love it. What's the next one? There we go. How creepy is that? I don't know. Fun times. That's all I got to say. Fun times. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grab all of these gems and we're going to take them all back. I'll go ahead and go through, the rest of these, just see if there's anything else that, I want to get, keep. Lots of gold. I'm happy with that. I'll take another desert island conjuration. Yeah. Let's see what else. Nothing there. Couple diamonds, lots of dragon scale. That's been working in my favor. And hey, some source gems. There's another copy of the ward. So yeah, no, I mean, not bad. I mean, not great stuff, but not anything that's bad. So yeah, good opportunity to gather a few more items from around here. There we go. And let's go ahead and take all these gems with us and we'll go put them back into our inventory system. And call it good. All right, so what are we going to be working on in this episode? Let's go to our map here really quick. We can see we've done the end. And so we're going to be looking at the ATM Star items. And that's what this map is all about. This mod pack is about getting to the ATM Star. And it requires you to do, a lot of stuff. And you got to touch a lot of different mods to get to this stuff. So Dragon Souls, Improbable Probability Device, Nexium Emitter, Oblivion Shards, Pulsating Black Holes, Wither's Compass, Philosopher's Fuel, and then the Singularities are something else that we're going to have to make. So we're going to have to set up a little bit of automation around getting these Singularities done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and we're going to flag that quantum compressor. So that's something that we're going to have to get made. In addition, I have been thinking and watching some folks. I've talked about this several times. What's going on here? Is this like a party going on in here? It's nuts. They're all in here. Go back over into here. So we're going to have to do a little bit of automation with the shards here, with the Geors. And I think that's what we're going to end up doing is we're going to use these Geors and for the items that we need for the ATM Star. So where we need to make the iron ore, we're going to be, or the iron, what was it called? Iron Singularity. That's going to require 25,000 iron ingots every time we make it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set up these quantum compressors here and just have these things dumping their ores into iron furnaces, and then those iron furnaces will then dump into, or not iron furnaces, but the aluminium furnaces, and then those will dump into the Singularity. So I think we'll set it up that way. Cool. I think so. Before we get started on that, there is something else that I would like to get. Let me go back to my to-do list here. We're in a pretty good shape to be able to do quite a few things. And you know, one of the things that we're going to be doing here in a few episodes, matter of fact, next episode, is we want to get into automating the all the Modium B, the Vibranium B, and the Unobtainium B. So we're going to want to set those up. And to do those, we're going to have to go, let's go back, the Vibranium B, all the Modium B, Ancient B. We're going to have to get an Ancient B spawn taken care of. And that is, where's it at? Ancient B. I looked at this. Ancient B. Yeah. So to get the Ancient B, we got to get a Diamond B, the block of Netherite. Somewhere there was an Ancient Stone, and I needed that for something. I saw it, and I was like, oh, man, I got to make that. Ancient Stone. There was something I needed it for, and I thought it was with the bees. Oh, no, that's what it was for. It was for the Vibranium smithing templates. We can make smithing templates one of two ways. This is the cheaper way. This is the more expensive way. So I want to go this route so I can make these, but to do that, I need the Ancient Stone. And for us to get the Ancient Stone, we're going to need soul lava. So that's what I would like to be able to do, is maybe get some soul lava. So there's a couple of ways. We could do it with bees, going the soul lava cone, but you have to have soul lava to do it. So the only way you can get the soul lava in the beginning is you have to use the laser drill on top of the warden. So we may go down this route also. I don't know if we'll do that in this episode. I would like to kind of at least get some of this going in this episode. But yeah, we really want to start working on how are we going to get to all these to these items here that we need for the ATM Star. All right. So let me get a few things together and we'll get started. Hey, let's take a look at our bees, shall we? Let's see what we've got. We got Metaternal and Metaternal. So yeah, both of these bees now will work day and night, which is pretty cool. And it looks like that one's still taking a little bit of damage. Do I have a honey treat on me? I do. Let's give him a honey treat to heal him up. There we go. So yeah, these are doing pretty good. Now we do need to get some rain out here. That's why they're still out here. I'm not being mean to them. We do want them to build up their weather tolerance. So they both say none right now. And I want all my bees, when we go to make these bees, I want them all to have the ability to work in the rain. So yeah, once we get those together, we are going to start breeding them so that we can get the traits that we need. Hey, something else I'd like to look at, sir. Ocelot, a mushroom. Why, cat? Do it that way. A cat spawn egg. He's a diamond, not an emerald. Excuse you, sirs. Get out of my way. Cat. So, you know, I was talking about this. I would like to have a cat that I can name. And I can't get these cats to come anywhere near me. I'm going to need a fish. Give me a cod. Really hoping I can get one of them to come up near me. I fed him, but he did not want to be my friend. So let's, can I use this? There he goes. Now I've got a friend. And now your name is going to be Happy. Come on, Happy. Come in here. Come on. Come here. It's okay. Really like for you to come through the door now. Come on. There he goes. And you know what? You can just sit down right there. There we go. Now we've got our cat Happy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let you just roam around. You just roam around. Get some of these other cats to be your friend. Can you? I'd appreciate that. Look at that crazy cat. They're nuts. All right. Got that done. That's one of the things I wanted to get done. And if I can get Happy to come into here, I'll make him sit. Just keep him in this area with us. All right. So let's get started. We're going to need to make a few recipes. And I can't remember if I've already made this one or not, but for example, the ultimate auto crafting. So let's just do the extended crafting. And I see, yep, ultimate auto crafting table. We've already got that on the list. So I am going to remove that one from the list of stuff that we got to do. We are going to need to make the quantum compressors. And I know this is not something that I've made yet. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to need a recipe for the black iron frame. And it looks like we've already taught the machine how to do everything else that's on that list. So we can get rid of that one now. Very good. Now let's make some quantum compressors. And I don't know, we're going to make maybe 5, 6 of them. We'll start off with that and see what we got to do. And then on top of that, we're going to need that auto crafter. Tier 4, that one right there. So let's make one of those. While that's going, let's go ahead and start going down and looking at some of the things that we're going to need to make for getting into the industrial foregoing. Some of this stuff, you know, I'm not going to automate, but if you can see, like the sheets, the plastic sheets, it says I've already got those, a recipe for those. I don't remember doing that, but it says I've got them. So we'll just say, yay, okay. Says I got it. I got it then. We'll take that. And we need to learn how to make the pity machine frame. Okay, that's good for that. Let's go take a look at this stuff here. Looks like the diamond. Need to learn how to make that as well. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and get 2 of these. And let's go ahead and get 2 of these. And it says now we can just do this. Start that. Start that. That should give us everything that we need now to make the mob slaughter factory. Cool. So what do we need the mob slaughter factory for? Well, we're going to need pink slime. And I got thinking about this. We've already got an area over here where we are basically creating, you know, we have a mob farm over here already. Hey, Happy. You did come over here. Come on over here. Come here. A little closer. You stuck? There you go. Come over here. All right, I'm going to make you sit down right there. I don't want you being over here where we're going to be slaughtering animals. All right, let me open this up. Let's go in here for a moment. And if we go right down the middle, we're fine. Won't have to worry about it. But I want to get rid of that thing right there. And should have gone into here. Yeah, cool and cool. And where this is at, that should be... yeah, where our mobs will be at. Excuse me, folks. You're going to have to move. Here we go. We're going to need a... oh, this is going to be a little tough. Yeah, let's do a gate, and that should be powerful enough. Go underneath here. That should work. And then let's get ultimate pipes, universal. All right, and it looks like we've already got a little bit of pink slime in there and a little bit of liquid meat. We have no range upgrades in this thing yet, so it's not like it's, you know, can we look at the area that's working in? Show area, show working area. Yeah, there you go. Right there in the center is where it's working at. So, you know, not a really close area. So we're going to make some range upgrades for that so that we can get some little better area there. But for now, let's go ahead. Let's grab from AE2. Let's take a look at, I think it's called interface, storage interface. Maybe it's just ME interface. I don't think I need to make 2, but hey, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see right there. Okay. So, but it has no place to go yet. So we're going to go over here. We're going to make a different type of drive, and we're going to want the fluid drive, AE2 fluid. There we go. And then the other thing that we're going to need is the A2 cell workbench. Yeah, I think it's called the cell workbench. I don't think I need a pattern for that one. So let's just go ahead and we'll just make it like that. All right, so now we should be able to make 2. We'll make 4 of these. This will take a moment. I'll be back. That's still running, but I noticed that this one errored out. It stopped producing. So we're going to go ahead and hit cancel on that. Well, I didn't do it. We're going to hit cancel on that. There we go. And let's try that one more time and see if it gets hung up in the same spot. Yeah, it does. It looks like I don't know if it's getting hung up on that step or on that step. But let's go ahead and cancel this one more time. And I got those 4. That's done. All right, we'll come back to that in just a moment. Let's go do this. So we're going to go to the cell workbench. We're going to drop that cell in right there. And we're going to say pink slime. And we're going to drag that over and say, you know, only thing it can store on this now is pink slime. So there we go. We got that. And then the other one that we had was the liquid meat. Liquid meat. And we'll put it on there too. So there we go. Now we should be able to put these in our drive. And I'm going to start them down here at the bottom. Drop them in. Here we go. And now we need to hook this thing up to the AE2 system. Let's go to... let's grab some cables. There we go. That should now be connected to the AE2 system. And you see now the ME interface is empty. So what that means now is that pink slime, that liquid meat is now in my AE2 system. So I can go here and I can say pink slime. And there it is. 1.18 buckets. So that's pretty good. Yeah, let's find out now what's going on with the crafter. So let's try just to make the ultimate crafter by itself and see if it gets hung up anywhere. It is. It's getting hung up on the ultimate catalyst. Yep, that's definitely it. So let's do this. We got the ultimate catalyst listed here, and I can make one. Let's see if that takes care of it now. Yeah, that took care of it. So something about that ultimate crafting table, that recipe needs to be adjusted. Oh, you know what? That's it right there. They were in the wrong spot. So if I do this one now and say make one. All right, let's see. It should be about to where it was before. And that's exactly what it was. But I had them in the wrong spot. That's awesome. Good to know. All right. I'm going to set this up over here. I'm going to put it right there. And I don't think we can pull the ATM recipe into this thing. Yeah, see, there's nothing that it allows us to see the recipe actually in the grid. All right, so we'll have to set that up, you know, as we kind of go along there. All right, cool. And then also we made the quantum go. We got those. Cool. All right. I want to, let's take a look at how we're going to automate these as well. I'm going to make a few more of these growth accelerators. All right, we're going to have to get into a few things from just dire things. We're going to need to get into the advanced clicker. To do that, we are going to need to make the Celestigem. Celestigem, we're going to get that from the shadow, which we can now do because we've got the dragon's breath. So we can do shadow pulse goo. We got to get the void shimmer. We can do that. Let's go ahead and just make all the way back here. I've got to get this stuff hooked up over to the other side over there, but give me like 16. That work? I'm just going to go ahead. We're going to make all of this. So we're just going to go back one more to there. And we're going to make how many? 6. That'll work. Take 6. And then we'll upgrade that 6 times. Take that. And we should upgrade is 6 times. Before we do that, I want to make sure that I say back a little bit of dragon's breath. Oh, I've only got 9. Oh, so we need to automate that real quick. I forgot about that. Extractor, one of those. And let's go ahead and make another extractor as well. We should have AE2 running underneath here, right? Yeah. So let's set this up over in this area here. So what we're gonna need, you gotta really pay attention to the way that it says to do this. This says you got to have the dragon head on bottom, and at least looking here, it says dragon head here, then the extractor, and that goes up like that. However, see that right there? That's the extractor right there. If I go, we look at the uses on here, and Well, no, maybe not, because it shows it the same way there. All right, let's try it that way then. Let's go U. I know I had troubles with this in ATM9, and maybe it was like that had to be like turned around, or maybe that was on the egg. It had to be turned around. We had to do something different to it though. So we're gonna do, and I don't want to do this with the egg. That I'm not too concerned with. Yeah, that seems to be working. And it's like every 10 seconds, right? It'll create one. Yeah, good. Okay, we got that one going. The dragon egg, though, I think it is like that way. And if I'm not mistaken, you have to go like upside down with it. That's how we're going to do it. So let's get a piece of cobblestone for here. There we go. And I think I got to go like, we'll put that there. And then like that. And it says no. And see, and that says no as well. Okay, I don't want to lose the egg. Go. There it goes. And now we should be, yeah, see, the recipe now shows it's making the eggs. And we should start seeing eggs showing up down in this chest. It's like every 10 seconds, right? So it's not like super fast. It's going to do this. Oh, I did it. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to click on that. Where did it go? Well, it'll either show up or it went down into the void. Luckily, we've got another one. Okay. Yeah, it's making the dragon eggs now. So now we've got infinite number of dragon eggs, infinite number of dragon's breath. I feel good about that. All right, now let's go over and finish making this goo. There we go. There's 6 of those. That should just leave us this, and I'm hoping I have enough to do. Yep, all 6. Cool. So we've got 6 of the Shadow Pulse. Excellent. Now, technically, then, we don't need to keep these other ones over here. We could get rid of them, but I'm going to go ahead and leave them for now. And I'm going to set this up. Yeah, right there. Wrong spot. Alrighty. We're going to feed these things a skulk. And then for the Celesta gems, we need diamond, right? Yes. All right, now we're getting our Celesta gem. I'm going to not that one. I want to test with just that one, right? It gives me 4. Oh, that was the one with silk touch. I mean, do that one. Let's do this one. 8. So it looks like it's the same. I've got Fortune 5 on that one and Fortune 5 on that one. But this one had Fortune. It's got Fortune 4 plus it's got 1 on it, but the other one had Fortune 5. So I was just kind of curious if there was a difference, and I don't see one. All right, that should be a good amount of Celesta gems. I don't think we'll need any more for a while. But we'll probably end up automating that along the way. You know, just a way to kind of keep them on hand for when we need them. But for right now, I mean, 3 stacks, almost 3.5 stacks. That's pretty good. Had a little bit of an accident, dug out the ground underneath me, dropped me down, but luckily I can fly. So I was all right there. Wanted to see 4 buckets and 2 buckets. Cool. All right. We are working towards making this thing. So we need to make this. And we'll need that. All right. That should give us our advanced clicker. I am going to also get the energy. What's that thing called? Energy transmitter. Gonna get one of these as well. And let's make our Celesta gem pickaxe. Here we go. And then we're gonna want the drops teleporter. This is a kind of a cool one because it allows us to set a target, and everything that this pickaxe then mines goes into that target range, into that location. So works kind of like having a combination. If you combine that with the clicker, which is what we're going to do, ends up giving us that that ability to be able to transport the items that's mined using this pickaxe with that clicker, and it's going to put it over there. And I think, no, that's not how we do it. How do you do that? Hold shift for details. I think it's a smithing table, isn't it? Yeah, that's where it's at. You got to put it in that spot. So it'll show it. Yeah, there it goes. What else can we put on there? Ore miner, or auto smelter, hammer. I don't think we need any of that. I think that's all we're going to need is just that right there. I would like to maybe pop up here. And can we enchant this thing? I think we can. So first, before we do that, let's do this first. Let's go and take a peek here. Boon of the Earth, and Unbreaking 3. Okay. I'm not too concerned with those, but I would like to try to get a couple more mending books together. And I can't recall. I think one of these, why am I not? Oh, because I got rid of it. I use the stairs now. Sir, was it you? Not you. Didn't mean to do that. I have not leveled you up yet, sir. All right, there we go. I don't, like I said, I don't know if fortune, something that's going to have an effect on this. We're going to go ahead and put it on there. I'd like to have efficiency on there, just to speed it up a little bit. Unbreaking, this uses forge energy, so I don't think it's really going to have an effect, but you know, we're going to put it on there anyways. Yeah, I think that is, I think that's it. So we'll see if we can enchant all that onto that book or onto this pick and see what that does for us. There we go. Now, is this something else? I don't know. Is this something that we can put an affix on? Oh, it is. Look at that. Does that, would that take away the drops teleporter? I don't know. You know, I think it's something I would like to try, but I'm not worried about it at this moment. But I think I'll play around with that just to kind of see what kind of mischief we can get into with that. You know what I mean? We're also going to need a couple of these furnaces. Can I? Let's see. So it doesn't look like I have that set up. So let me get that set up too. I'd like to have that on auto create. There we go. So that is now automated. So we can get our all the modium furnaces as we need more. Cool. Let's see if we can set this up. I don't think this really matters where we put it. I'm going to put it about like that. And we can render the area. It shows us where it's working at. Cool. And let's increase the Y coordinate. We'll take it that high. And then the Z coordinate probably needs to go to like there. And then we need to increase the X coordinate right about like that. And then we can decrease this, I will say every 10 ticks. And then we can put this in there. Now, oh, you know what? Target allow list. I think that's what we want. I think we want to say, hey, we're going to allow these things like that. I think that's how we do it. All right, it's going, but it's not going very fast. I'm not sure what's going on here. You see it kind of goes over to there and then it kind of pops over to there. So, and I had to change it out to get rid of that. I had to put the cluster on there. Say, hey, that's what I want you to mine. All right, I got it set up. I was using the wrong block. I need the advanced block breaker. And yeah, set this to the Geor cluster and put the Celesta gem in there. And there we go. It did harvest one and it put the Geor over there. Cool. So I got to set the render area on this one because right now it's only going to harvest in this area right in front of it, which is not what we want. Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. But I want to get the rest of this kind of set up the way I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out of there for now. And I'm going to say with a high signal. Just for now. I just want to get this kind of set up the way that they're showing. All right, and for reference on this is Pilpo is the one that I got this from. Go, and like I said, right now we're just working on. No, magnet was not turned on. I lost that one. Okay, we will have to make another one of those. So what I'm going to do is we've got this, and so we're going to change the direction of this one to be straight up and down. Okay, and we've got power. I did set this power up to this whole area right here. So we're good on power in this area. So what I want to do is I want to put this, I think it's like here. Okay. And all right, I'm going to want for these, right? And we're going to put them, I think if I remember, it's on the corners like this. I think it's like that. And then we're going to want 4 of these. And they go out one spot from there. Like that. And now we can start setting in these like this. I don't think that's right. I think we want these to be like right here, like that, right? I think it's like that. Because that'll get them growing faster. If I recall, I think it's like this. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch. I just know that I think the thing is though, is that these can't touch. Like you can't have 2 of those growths on it, right? See how it's getting like a little red? I think that indicates that it's having a problem. All right, yeah, I was correct. You can't have, so like this won't work here, right? If I were to put a geode there, you'd start seeing the red particles coming out of that. Okay. So you can't have the same block touching. So I can do that, right? And then I can put another red one over here like that. Okay. And then over here, I can put a red one here and then a blue one there. And then I should be able to put a blue one there and a red one there. Okay. So now when I go to put this down here, I should now get growth almost instantaneously. Cool. And same thing when I put it in right there, it's going to pop up. There we go. Yeah, that's working. Now, if I wanted to, I could not put another one here. I could leave a gap, right? Or I could put another geode there, and then I could put, and no, I couldn't really do that if I got 2 touching it. So yeah, that's really about, you do this, you'd have to have some space kind of growing around it. Yeah, I think so. All right, so we should now be able to put the Celesta gem back into there. And now we're going to render the area so we can kind of see. It's showing it right to there. Okay, and I want to go up a level like that. Why harvest? Oh, because I got the redstone off. Oh, okay. I need to turn block off. Filter item. No, up. Maybe. Let's try that. Nope. There we go. Now we've got it set up right. All right, so now we need to expand this out. So we can go, we're going to end up in an area about that big right there. All right, so it looks like we probably take it back like that. Cool. So that should now be covering that entire area, and we should be getting a lot of gems into here pretty quick. Holy cow. Yes, we are. So we need to do something about that here pretty quick. Let's go ahead. And that's just 2 that we've got going right now. So we'll pop you out of there. And that should stop it. Yeah, that's going to stop it. All right. And I'm going to unrender that. Let's take care of the next step here. We're going to end up, we want kind of everything to flow over. And I haven't decided yet exactly where we're going to put this all at. But I'm thinking, my thought is that I would put the quantum compressors over here. So we can kind of see them at this window, and I may expand this window a little bit. But let's go ahead and put them in like right here. Very nice. And we're going to need, and I'm going to relocate that thing, but we're going to need the furnaces. And I think this is a situation where, can you feed? We're going to test this. Can we feed from the bottom? All right. So what I want to see is, can I automatically eject out the top of this and put it directly into this thing here? That's what we're going to test. Oh, kitty cat. You're not mine, are you? Oh, didn't mean to hurt you. Do we have any fish? I want to see if I can get another cat. Yay, I got another cat. Look at those eyes. That's so awesome. I have another cat now. Oh, there's another one over here. Look at him go. That one didn't want to be caught. Okay, we're testing something here. Let's try. We're going to take a stack of Geors here. And we're going to throw them into there. And no, you cannot automatically upload them into there. Cool. Good to know. All right, let's go and clear this area here out. Let's grab some. Oh, we'll just use the universal. We're just going to grab the universal pipe. And we're going to throw this down here like that. And here's what I'm thinking. I'll just put this, not that way though, put that on top of there. And then we're going to use this destination tool for the filter. And we're going to just, I think we can get by with it. Actually, I think I would like to have a higher tier pipe upgrade. So let's do that one right there. And we're going to put that in right there. Let's grab this. And I should now be able to mark that as now destination is sent. And then when we go down, not that, we can open that up and we're going to say add a filter, and we can put the destination into there. And we can give it that item right there. And we can say submit. So if I put iron into there, it will go into where? It won't go anywhere yet. We've got to have, we're going to need an ultimate catalyst. All right, let's get a gate back on that. Let's put the ultimate catalyst into it. And I have no idea. There's where the iron went to. We want that filter. Maybe we want this to set like that, maybe. All right, is this going to work? No, it put them into there first. All right, I can't figure out how to get this to distribute the way I want it to. No big deal. I have another plan. All right, so here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a modular router. And we're going to set it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to end up doing 7, I think, of these. Let's take a look at the ATM Star again. One more time. ATM Star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 of these, but one of them is the ultimate, which uses one of everything. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 18. We're going to need 19 of these total to make this. Yeah, 19 of these total to make this. So we're going to adjust. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay. So we're going to need to do 19 of these total. So let's get the first ones going first. And I think I want to do it like this, right? I want to got 6 of those right there. Can I do 3 layers here? Let's take a look at the chunk border here too. Yeah, perfect. That'll be on this chunk right here. All right, follow me on this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do one of them, and then I'm gonna work on how to get it cleaner. But this is the process that I want to use. We're going to be using a router to pull this right here, pull from here to put into here. Okay. Yep. That should get a lot of items in a very short period of time. I think I can filter the puller to say, hey, only pull that item. Right? I just want you to pull the Geors, the iron Geors out of this chest. Okay. I think now I can also say on this sender, I can then say, yep, we're going to send and open it up and say we're going to send on a whitelist them into there. Right? So we should whitelist Geors, all the modium furnace, auto input, auto output. That's not working. There it goes. Okay, so now we're sending that all into there. Okay. This modular router, once that buffer's full, it can't do anything else, right? So it's pretty much locked down. We can't do anything with it. But I think what we can do now is give me a stack of iron, and we're going to need to make sure that we have that in there, and then we put that into there, and that's now set, right? All right, here's what I want to test. I'm going to try this one more time. I know I've done this before. So I'm having one of those moments where it's like, I don't know if I'm getting this correctly or not. So yeah, we're going to check this and we're going to see if we've got it. I mean, right now it's showing there's 905 ingots in there, but it's not pulling them up into the quantum compressor. And so I'm trying to figure out, is it sided? You know, is that what the situation is? Is it a sided recipe? Like if I put iron into there, will it accept it? And now, see, the answer is no. So we've got iron underneath it. We've got iron on top. It's still not accepting it in. So I'm just trying to figure out, you know, is this thing sided? Is there a way that it can accept inventory? So let's try in the back. And no, not taking it in the back either. Okay. So, and we've tried to pipe it directly in like that, right? Let me get rid of that one for a moment. Now they're going in. Okay. All right. So if I throw that in, should be at 66 now. It is. Cool. This is working. All right. So, but the thing is that it is, right. It's not, doesn't have a destination set, I think. That's what the problem is. So if I were to, let's break that connection right there. So if we were to do this again, let's do, we got 2 iron and there's now 2 spots that are connected. The filter on this is set. We take a look at it. Oh, we have no filter on there. I need, this is the problem we ran into. So that destination is set. All right. And it says now that it is, it's targeting a block on the downside. So we have, in this one, we've got 66. In this one, shouldn't do anything, but let's throw these 2 in there. And that's still at 66. See, that's the problem. It's like it's ignoring the filtering. Yeah, this is frustrating. So here's my dilemma. I don't want this. Oh, by the way, I've got more cats now. There's another one's the exact same eyes. I don't want the I don't want it to, I could use AE2. Okay. But if I use AE2, then it would have access to all of this, right? And I need to save this stuff. I don't need this all being put into singularities. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, is how can I keep this all a self-contained system here? So basically what I want is, I don't want to see any of the byproducts of this process in my storage system. But what I do want to see is, I want to see the end result, which is the singularities. I want the singularities to be in my AE2 system. So yeah, how do we do that? That's going to be, actually, do I need the singularities in my AE2 system? No, I don't need the singularities in my AE2 system. I just need to be able to say, hey, craft me an ATM Star. And then I want to have, you know, this thing set up over here. and it'll receive all the components, a lot like I have this one over here set up, right? So it'll receive all the components and do the craft and then send me back. So this will be on my A2 system. I don't want the rest of this to be on my A2 system here. So I want this to be my ore production for resources. I want this just to be for manufacturing the singularities. The problem I'm seeing is that I can't use pipes. I mean, I'm pipes is not working. I know that. Get rid of that. Pipes won't work. Modular routers, I would have to have way too many of them going, and I'd probably have to have, and if we're going to be doing 18 of these, then yeah, that's not going to be a good way. So I'm kind of at a stuck point, trying to figure out how I want to do this. So what I'm going to do is between episodes, I'm going to try to work out a new solution on how to set this up. This is good. This system here will work, and I don't have any fears about this. As far as being a solution, that's working exactly the way I want it to. So no issues there. So I'm going to keep this the way it is. We'll bring in over the rest of the gears over here once we kind of figure out this solution. So between episodes, I'm going to work on a solution here. When we come back, we'll finish this part of the build, and then we'll start populating those items, showing this thing how to handle the singularities as they come through. Okay? All right, folks. Hey, thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.